This right here is the Caymus Vineyards 2021 California. Welcome back to Watches, Whiskeys, and Wines. All right, today we're going to visit something special. I love Caymus. It's a California wine, California family, California producing wine extraordinaire, Caymus, Wagner Family, Chuck Wagner. What makes this different than their traditional Caymus Cabernet Sauvignon is that this one is sourced from different areas. And even on the top of the label, you can see it says Paso, Solano, Monterey, and Lake. And that just means the different areas where they source the grapes, Cabernet Sauvignon, to produce this particular wine. So that's pretty cool. Today, we're going to go over the presentation. We're going to talk about what's in this bottle. We're going to talk about the history of the Wagner family and of Caymus as well. And then I'm going to give you my thoughts. We're going to go over some pairings. And that's basically what we're going to do today. So sit back and relax, pour yourself something nice to drink, and let's get started. I want to talk a little bit about the presentation before we move on to the history and, of course, putting it on our nose and palate. Just so you know, this is a different version than what we normally see as Caymus. This is the Caymus that you would traditionally see. It's a Cabernet Sauvignon. It says Napa Valley. You know, this right here is the California. This one right here obviously has a different label on it, and it says California there. So it's going to be a difference between the two. This normally goes for anywhere from like 75 to 100 bucks as of right now, and this one goes anywhere from like 50 to 65, somewhere in there. This is different because of the appellation, because of bringing it all together. California is a big state. California is a long state. It has really different types of geography to it. You know, it's got hilly areas, it's got warm areas. The further east you go, it gets warmer and warmer. And of course, it's the Pacific Ocean on the west side of the state, so it's got really cold water. What's cool about that is you have those warm days and you've got those cool nights, which are perfect conditions for growing grapes. Cabernet Sauvignon has always been grown great in Sonoma Valley and also Napa Valley. I used to live in California, so I know Northern California pretty well, and I also know Napa and Solano, so I kind of know how these things are. It reminds me of my childhood. And I went there actually recently to visit family. Really nice visit, and you know, California still has a lot of beauty to it, especially in the farming areas. Let's do a quick watch check before we go any further. I'm wearing a CORUM today. It's a 44 millimeter Admiral Cup. It's beautiful. It's gold with the vulcanized rubber. Love it. So you're going to see it throughout the video. The Wagner family, Chuck Wagner, he's been at the helm of the company for quite some time now. They founded this Caymus Vineyards back in 1972. And I would say that they're kind of salt of the earth type of people. They're really focused on farming and producing, and they're not hoity-toity kind of people. They're just, you know, they just put a lot of effort into building something amazing and having a great product. And I've enjoyed Caymus time and time again at business meetings, at family gatherings, at private events. Love it. It always makes people happy. It's probably one of those better wines for its price point that you can compete with most anything else. I mean, of course, there's wines that are extravagant and, you know, they really hit the mark in some areas of quality, but this is probably just a really good wine overall. I'd probably compare this to something like how I consider Johnny Walker Blue Label just good. It works. I can buy a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue Label anywhere in the world and people enjoy it. So this would be something like that. This one is going to be less expensive. I don't have a lot of experience with it. I think I've only drank one other bottle of this, so this is going to be my second time tasting it today. But I've had a ton of the Caymus, or the normal one with the Napa Valley label on it. That's a Cabernet Sauvignon. So I've never been let down. I don't think I'm going to be let down now. So let's go ahead and open it up and see what we think. I've heard some good things. I've heard that it's supple. I've heard that it's got that light, nice texture to it that I'm used to when it comes to Cabernet Sauvignon. I lost my other opener. I don't know where it's at, so today I'm going to have to use this one. I don't really have a lot of experience with this one, so let's hope it doesn't mess up the cork. Okay, there we go. Looks like it's getting in there. I mean, I like the old school one. I like the one where you use that looks like a, you know, one of those Swiss Army knives. I always use that, and it always seems to work. Opening bottles is so much better. Okay, let's see. It looks light. It's young. It's only 2021, but it smells good. The cork is perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna give it some aeration because we're doing this in real time, so I can't give it much time to breathe. So we're gonna give it a little bit of a cheek. Look at that color. Wow, very rich, velvety, dark, very dark purple, almost to black. Love it. Let's go ahead and put it on the nose. It's not transparent at all. It's very inky. Yeah, blueberry, moss, a little bit of smell of earth, maybe seashell. It's great. Let's give it a twirl. See again if it opens up a little more. I mean, you could probably keep this bottled for another 10 years, maybe more 5, but yeah, Smells amazing. I would say the berry, I said blueberry, but maybe more like raspberry. Yeah, but just like almost a saltiness, I would say. That minerality. Let's see, show. Let's see what it tastes like. A little bit of fruitiness. Got some tannins. Very smooth. It's great, nice fruit. I don't want to say marmalade because it's not that concentrated, but like a fruity snack. Yeah, well balanced, great. It's a little bit sweeter than I would anticipate for something from Caymus, but yeah, nice. At this price point, yeah, would love it. I would drink this on a normal basis. I wouldn't switch it out for my other Caymus, but I would do that. So I'm gonna bring out some pairings that I think would go well with this. We have a Vermont, extra sharp white cheddar. We have just a regular cheddar that's probably medium. It's yellow. We've got some pepperoni that's a little spicy. I've got these tiger nuches with some smoked almonds, and these tiger nuches have like a crunchy shell on peanuts. They're from Holland. They have like almost like a baking kind of flavor with like meat. It's like a little snack. And then you've got these pretzels that are going to be, you know, really thin and crispy. So I'm going to try it out first with, let's say, the pepperoni. Because it's so sweet, it's got a little spice to it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, perfect with the pepperoni. Let's try out this medium sharp yellow cheddar. Maybe a little more sharpness. Let's see. Let's go with the extra sharp Vermont. Yeah, that's nearly perfect. I would say we could have probably gone as far as the blue cheese. And now I'm kind of sad that I didn't pair blue cheese with this, but I'll remember that for another video. That's that salted and smoked almond with the tiger nuche. It's actually a really good snack mix with this. Great. Let's try out some salty pretzel. Yeah, if I was doing a pairing, I'd probably do this tiger nuche with the salty smoked almond and that extra sharp Vermont white cheddar. Seems to be perfect. My final thought. I like it. It's kind of sweet. It's a little more fruity than I expected it to be, but smooth, supple, velvety, things I expect from Caymus. But it's not the traditional Caymus that I'm used to. I would probably spend the extra 20 or 30 bucks and go for the other bottle if I'm going to share this with people and enjoy it on a regular basis. But this is good. Somebody who has more of a sweet palate, they might enjoy it. One thing I didn't talk about earlier, and maybe I did, but I don't remember. There's a QR code on the back. Make sure to scan that QR code because you can watch a video from Chuck Wagner talking about the wine and what he thinks about California and California production. So that's it for today. I want to thank you very much for joining me. I learned something new, and I hope that you did as well. Please come back and join me when you can. Like, subscribe, share. That's how I know I'm doing a good job so I can produce more videos. Also, comment. Send messages to me. We could talk about things, and we could talk about whatever else you want to learn about. But please take care and enjoy the good life.